I'm not one of those people that say, oh, I want a small wedding. I never wanted a small wedding. I never wanted me. I can have a wedding of 10,000 people. Hi people, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bologi Steven. What a day. I've had such a long day. It's been so much fun. I attended a wedding and it was fun. And so just in the spirit of weddings and all of that, I just decided, while I still have this outfit and my face on, I just decided to come and share, some things about weddings. The wedding is the ceremony that ushers in the marriage. So it's like the birth of the marriage, right? And different cultures do weddings differently, different countries do weddings differently. The culture of a people affects how their wedding is. They have the different traditions and expectations and all of that. Weddings are usually very exciting, especially for the bride, because you're kind of like the center of attention, but they can also get very stressful, also especially for the intending couple. The period leading to the wedding is very critical. It's very critical because a lot of decisions are being made. There's a lot of potential for family interference, especially in the culture I know, which is Nigeria. There's potential for a lot of family interference. There's a lot of money being spent. There's a lot of decisions to be made, and at the same time, you are about to start the most important chapter of your life, really. So it can get really stressful. So I think I'll just share a few things for single people, people courting, people preparing for marriage, and even the married people, because again, principles can always help us. You know me, I'm all about the principles, right? So number one, define it for what it is. It is a wedding. It is not the marriage. Don't be so caught up preparing for the wedding that you forget about the marriage. I know that sometimes we hear this, but it's really important. Once, especially for people that have the proposal, once the guy has put the ring in your finger, again, speaking from the culture I know, his family has come to your family, you guys have done introduction. Next thing, planning is in full swing. All the aunties are calling you, what color are we wearing? Ashwebi, this one, that one, blah, 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 blah. And you are caught up in that frenzy that you forget that there is a marriage that you are actually supposed to be preparing for. In some churches, they would require you to do, marriage counseling. And to be honest, most of these marriage counselings, mandatory marriage counselings for churches to wed you, are not effective. Most times they are rushed. They are like, and the couple is just doing it to fulfill all righteousness so that they will wed us. Maybe you have one or two sessions. There are few churches that I know that take premarital counseling very seriously and have a structure and all of that. Family Worship Center in Abuja is one of those churches that I can, I know that they carry it well, but yeah, so don't get so caught up in the planning of the wedding that you forget about the marriage. Plan for the marriage. My husband and I, we did the mandatory counseling with church, but we still went to people that we had both chosen to not just counsel us premaritally, but we had chosen to be accountable to. We had chosen that, okay, we will be accountable to these people in our marriage. Now, it doesn't mean that every issue in your marriage you carry to them. Accountability in marriage, see, that's another topic. Accountability in marriage, we will talk about that. So it doesn't mean like, oh, any issue you're having, you are going to go and meet them like, oh, how many times should we bath in a day? No. But just knowing that you have accountability or mentorship the way you have individually, I believe that a marriage should have those people. It's like a doctor that you go for just checkups. Oh, this is how we're doing. We're good. We're fine. Questions. It doesn't have to be that you have problems. So we decided to go to those people for counseling, right? So yeah, prepare for the marriage. Don't just use all of the pre-wedding period for wedding preparation and you forget that there's a marriage after. Because what would then happen is, once you now get married, like after the wedding is over, you have finished planning, then people are looking at yourselves like, what's next? So that's one. Number two, finances. This is a really, really, really important thing. to discuss. You guys must be very open with each other about your finances, what you have, what you expect, and how you want to begin your marriage. If not, what happens is that one family is going to come with unrealistic expectations and put one of the couple in serious pressure to do things that you can look. See, guys, one thing I used to say before I got married, I'm not one of those people that say, oh, I want a small wedding. I never wanted a small wedding. I never wanted, me, I can have a wedding of 10,000 people. I don't even care. My wedding eventually was over 1,000, but like maybe 1, 2-ish, I guess. But like, I was never one of those people to lie to myself. But one thing I wanted a wedding I could afford. So if I want a big wedding, I can only afford 100. Let's do 100. But that can only happen if the husband and the wife to be, you guys are honestly on the same page. You say, this is what I have. You say, this is what I have. How much are we keeping? One of my friends that just got married told me something that they did in the preparation that made a lot of sense. So what they did, every income that came in as gifts or whatever, they would tithe on it. Then they would keep a percentage for saving, and then they would keep a percentage for wedding preps. So that way we know what we have. So if you bring a dress that is beyond our budget, I'm sorry, we can't do it. A lot of mistakes are made because couples are not honest with each other before the wedding about what they have. You don't want to, when you hear this a lot, but for real, you don't want to spend the money you don't have on one day on people that you don't really know, people that you will never speak to. Some people in that wedding, you will never speak to them again. Some people I don't even know, will never know that they came for my wedding. And while I'm not saying, oh, don't be grateful that people sacrifice to come for your wedding or all of that, I am saying don't sacrifice your marriage on trying to live above your means and please people. That means being firm with parents. That means having some heated conversations, trying to be respectful though, with your family about this is what we have and this is what we can afford. That's what it might mean. But do it because your marriage is worth it. In fact, guys, let me give you it. Let's make it number 3 because it's that important. Lock down your honeymoon before you finish paying for wedding. I'm telling you guys, a lot of couples make that mistake of, yeah, you want to finish the wedding and then they never go on honeymoons. If we had done that, we would have had a better honeymoon than we had. Eventually, we did go on a trip a few months after, but not to where we had initially wanted. Do you get what I mean? So any of my friends getting married now, I tell them, if you have the money and you have the desire, lock down your honeymoon, pay for that flight, pay for that hotel, do something, let that one be fixed. Then you now start looking for money for the wedding, because every money that comes for the wedding will go on the wedding. Do you get what I mean? But if you have locked that one in, the wedding will still be fine. So that's 3. Number 4, manage family expectations. This one is very serious. Like I said, there's potential for a lot of conflict in wedding planning, especially when you have different cultures, different personality of in-laws and families. Again, like I said, it's a potential. Doesn't mean everybody's always like that, right? So you have to find the balance between being respectful, being firm, and still taking counsel from your family. And that can only happen with wisdom, honestly, because there are some things they are saying and they are right. Whether you like it or you don't, they are right, and you have to compromise on those things if you don't want to do them. There are some other things they are saying that they are very wrong, and you have to be firm on it. And this leads me to my next point, which is that you and your partner must be united in your wedding planning. It's very important. It's very important that most of your decisions are unified, so that one person is not going to want the groom say this is what we want, then that one say okay, then you go to the bride so you want, that one say no, then the family now say no. Let it be that if they are hearing one person, they are hearing both of you. so that they know that you guys are speaking from a united front. And what this will do is that it will help you in the decision making in your marriage, right? So start to make decisions. And where do we want to get married? That was something that was something my husband and I had to decide, and it wasn't very easy. Without going into a lot of detail in this video, it wasn't very easy. We had to sit down. I had always wanted to get married in Abuja, right, which is where I was born and raised, my church, my family, and all that. But we had to sit down and say, okay, beyond sentiment and what you've always wanted, what is the best option for us? Where is the best place for us to be married? We had to have that conversation so that you are standing your ground, not based on sentimental reasons, but you guys have prayed about it, you guys have reasoned it, and this is honestly, to the best of your knowledge, the decision you think is best, you know. So it's very important that you guys are united. Start to practice your unity, because you will need it in marriage, with family, with friends, with work. You need to always have a united front. And starting to make those decisions in your wedding plans is a good place to start. There's honestly no better place to start, right? Next, I would say is date yourselves. It's very easy that as you prepare for wedding, all your conversations start to be about the wedding. You know, so have you paid for this? Have you paid for that? One time, sometimes I like to like just go through old chats. I do that with my friends, my husband, and I remember going through our old chats the months leading to our wedding, and all I was seeing was we paid for caterer. And yes, this is the balance. Da 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 da. Yes, that color. We are going to go for medical test. Da da da. It was just, you know, a lot of planning, which is expected. But you want to also remember that you are a couple. So again, I advise my friends, if it's 1 or 2 days in a month, in 2 weeks, set, even if it's 3 hours, you know, or 1 hour self, set a time out and say, okay, we're just gonna take a walk and just be boyfriend and girlfriend or fiance and just talk, or even just friends and just talk. No weddings, banned. In fact, let's make it more fun. Anybody that brings up wedding talk will pay for the meal, you know. Anybody that brings up wedding talk will give the other person 500 or 1K, whatever. But honestly, just have little moments like that where you are not overwhelmed, you're not, you know, thinking about wedding. You guys are able to still relax and talk and just connect on a personal level beyond the wedding and the wedding plans and all of that. Next, I will tell you, this is for your wedding day, and this is especially for the woman. Enjoy your wedding. Do you know one thing I told myself before I got married? Because I know myself. I like to see things go well. I like to make sure things are organized. You know, it's the producer in me. I like to, you know, see things go perfect, and I can get worked up when things don't go according to plan. And let me tell you one secret, free of charge: no wedding goes 100% according to plan. So before my wedding, I used to get worked up about trying to think of what will not go according to plan. Like, at a point, I had to tell myself, okay, girl, you will enjoy your wedding. It was a conscious decision I made because I know my tendencies. And that day, when it was time to take pictures and we couldn't find our family members, and you know, people were pressuring us, people were leaving, because I also didn't want people to wait, but you know, things just didn't go right. I just told myself I will enjoy my wedding. I remember one of my mentees was getting married last year, and just after the wedding, she was taking pictures, you know, with her husband, and I saw her entering that mood of all things are not going right. I just went to meet her, I just hugged her and said, enjoy your wedding, calm down, enjoy your wedding. Tell yourself, I will enjoy my, it's once so. You don't want to look back on your wedding and all you're just seeing, because it will show in your pictures. You're the center of attention, so they will take a lot of pictures of you, and you just see all your pictures, you're looking like this, thinking about what is no. You know, you've paid for that day. Enjoy it. Even the mistakes, laugh about it. I went to church without my bouquet. Bouquet that I don't want to buy. I said I don't want to buy flower. I don't like flower. They said I should buy flower. Okay, now I now bought the flower. I forgot the flower in the hotel. I did not go to church with bouquet. I not walking down the aisle with flower. And I couldn't be bothered. It was even when I was walking down the aisle I realized that I didn't have and me and my maid or one were just like, oops. There was nothing to do. I couldn't go back to the hotel and say, okay, where's the flower? You know. Next thing, surround yourself with your true friends. Don't in the name of, oh, I want squad. I want a squad of 10 because you have seen the pictures. You now go and pick people that are not even your friends. They are now surrounding you on one of the most important days of your life. It's not worth it. Take it from me. You know what I'm saying? Surround yourself with actual friends, not sentimental friends. Not what will this person think if I don't put her there. Friends that you know that these people got you. These people are interested in your marriage. Those are people that should be around you. People that are giving you the energy that you need, the positive energy that you need, that are charging you up in the ways that really matter. People that when you look at them as you're walking down that aisle and as you're thanking God, they know where you have come from. They know people that you people have cried together over relationship matter. You people have prayed together over relationship matter. When you now look at yourselves, everything you have gone through, you know, and you are able to say, yes, this is where God has brought me. You know, surround yourself with those kinds of people on your wedding day. Those are the people you want, to be honest. Beyond the pictures, beyond the aesthetics, if it's one of those people you have, your maid of honor is okay. Your best man is okay. If you have two, you are okay. Honestly, it's not about pictures. It's about the people that really matter. You know. Yeah, so basically these are just some of the things to think of, to prepare for, to plan around concerning marriage. Remember that your wedding preparation is going to eventually set you up into the marriage. So have a lot of conversations with your partner. Have a lot of conversations. Be open to learning more about them in the period, because you will. Enjoy your wedding. Do significant things in your wedding. Don't just, let it be another day. Be involved as much as possible and just have a good wedding. Don't break the bank that you don't. If you have bank, break it. If you have it and you know that I say, how can you spend 10 million on a wedding? If I have 100 million, 10 million is nothing. If I have 200 million, 500 million, what is 10 million that I cannot spend? But if I have 11 million, I cannot spend 10 million. So what do you have? What do you have? Yeah, so I just want to share a few things since I'm in the wedding mode. I just wanted to share a few things about preparing for your wedding and eventually your marriage. Make sure that you prepare more for your marriage than your wedding, but ensure to have a wedding day that is yours. Your wedding will not be the most beautiful, most elegant wedding ever. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry to tell you the truth. But guess what? It would also not be the most horrible wedding ever. So don't try to be the absolute best of the best. And don't worry about being the absolute worst of the worst. Just have it be your wedding. And because it's your story, it's your wedding, it's your experience, it's your partner, it's your love story, it'll be perfect for you. Have fun, and I wish you guys all the best. So, was there any of these points that you didn't know before, or that hit you differently, or you wish you knew before you got married, or you're happy you know now that you're not yet married? Let me know in the comment section. And yeah, don't forget to share, to subscribe, to like this video. And I love chatting with you guys. I honestly do. So until my next video, take care of yourself. I love you guys. Bye.